How do I manage the files that I need to upload into my course so that my students can access them? On the left-hand side of your page in the course navigation menu, look for the Files icon or link. Once your file folder opens, this is equivalent to what in It's Learning we refer to as resources. So resources and files are interchangeable, okay? You can see I have a number of things here already listed inside of my file folder structure. You may not have anything listed here other than possibly course images or media or some type of folder that's automatically generated through the process of you beginning to build things in your course. One of my very first suggestions to you is that you need to come up with a navigation structure. What I mean by that is you need to create folders and organize your contents into folders. I have folders here called Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4. I need 5 units, so I'm going to click on plus folder, and I'm going to call this Unit 5, and I can either hit enter or the check, and now Unit 5 is there. One of the things that you can do with content, if you just simply upload something, you can simply drag and drop on top of other folders and it will move it into that unit. So I had 2 Unit 1 folders and I just dropped one on top of the other. And now if I open that folder, you can see I have a folder inside of that now called Unit 1, What is Life? And you can see the nested structure here as it looks over on the side. Go back to the first page and show you that there are check marks beside the folders. This means that the contents of that folder are published, and so people can see that content. If I check on that or click on that little check mark, I have choices. I can unpublish it, only available to students with a link. What that means is that once I put it into my module, or if I put the link that goes into a page somewhere, if they have the link directly to that content, it's going to work for them. If I don't want to do it or set it up that way, the only other option I have is to schedule the availability. If I have a document that I do not want them to see until Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. when school is over, then I can schedule it for Monday at 4 p.m. by using that last option. Okay. You also have a couple of different options you can do as far as sorting your content. Once your folder structure or your file folder here gets large, you may need to rearrange these. These are sortable. If you look at, if you hover your mouse over the column headings, you can actually sort them by name, date created, and so forth. You have 3 dots over here on the side. You have another folder location called Common Favorites. If you use the commons at all and you star things or you like bookmark them to go back and you have favorites, that's how you get back to your favorites that you've saved in the commons, is to switch it at the top right there. Okay. One of the other things that you may want to make sure that you do is not only do you have a nice folder structure, but think about the way you name the files themselves. If I have in every one of my units, I do vocabulary words for the students. I cannot simply put a document in Unit 1 that is called vocabulary, because I'm going to have a vocabulary document in Unit 2 and a vocabulary document in Unit 3. You'll see later in the process of building a course that when you try to find files, sometimes it may be cumbersome to have files that are named the same way and you not know which one it is that you're trying to link to. So use a consistent structure, Unit 1 vocabulary, or U1 vocab, U2 vocab. Figure out a way that you can easily look at the name of a file and make sure that you know what that is before you link it into your course. By clicking on the upload button, you can upload single files or multiple folders. It just is simply up to you what you're doing at any given time. If you upload content into a module or into a folder, or excuse me, into a page, it's going to add those files into your folder structure. It's just going to dump it at the top level. That's why I showed you that you can drag and drop things into folders. Be sure that you take our advice and you make some type of organizational folder structure so that you don't have a file folder that is a hot mess in less than 6 months. Think about how jumbled your Google Drive has gotten over the last 5 or 6 years. Your folder here is going to look the same way if you don't maintain some type of order within your folder structure. I hope that helps.